What is going on YouTube? WickFlicks here, and today I'm going to show you how to do a chain flip in Adobe After Effects. I was inspired to do a tutorial from Lyrical Lemonade's newest music video, Vaughn Off 1700, You Know That, featuring Gherbo. Pretty much there is a chain flip in there that I thought was really cool, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a tutorial on that. Shout out to Diamond Visuals and everyone on the team. They did a great job. Without further ado, let's get into it. Here we are in After Effects. So here's the clip right here. So I left a little bit of space because the clip's not too long. So to get this effect, what we're going to be doing is we're going to duplicate this clip. So to duplicate that in After Effects, we're going to hit Control D. So now we have two clips, and the reason why we're doing this is because this clip is going to be rotoscoped, and we're rotoscoping before. So if you don't know how to rotoscope, you would come over here, click on the rotoscope tool, double click here, and now we're able to rotoscope. So we're going to come here in the beginning of our clip right here where we can see the 4. It's kind of blurry, so bear with me, but if you're doing it for a different video, make sure everything's in focus. We're going to start here. So it's going to be pretty hard to rotoscope this. A little cool trick with rotoscoping in After Effects: once you rotoscope your first frame, you can always press the space bar, and then it'll pretty much try to rotoscope every frame for you, so you don't have to do it every time. And it did quite a good job, but we're still gonna mess around with it. So we come here. If I hit Alt, you can see my selection turns to a negative. So we'll be removing the spaces we don't want. So we don't want those spaces there. Remember, it's each frame. So if you come over to your preview, you can always go frame by frame and just do that. What we're gonna want to do here now is come back here, and if I click over here, you can see the 4 is visible. So this is where it gets really tricky. What we're gonna do now is pretty much select our area here and come to transform. So the first thing you're gonna want to do is anchor point your 4. What does anchor point mean? So pretty much when you mess with the positioning, you can move your 4 here or here. If I rotate it, it's gonna have an odd rotation. So as you can see, the rotation's kind of to the side, but it's not in the middle. So what we're gonna want to do to change that is pretty much this selection here, this area here, this midpoint. We're gonna want to put our 4 in the middle of this midpoint. So now that I found that, we're not keyframing anything just yet. We're gonna bring the 4 and match it right back up here. So now in my selection, you can see the 4 together. You're gonna put that anchor point right there, and then we're gonna leave the 4 right here. So now that that's positioned, everything's positioned properly. So now we're gonna want to come back and keyframe your anchor point, position, scale, and rotation. So now that we have that, we're gonna come here and make a bounce out. So wherever you want your selection to pop up, we're gonna scale it up right here. So we're probably gonna make it a little bit high so it's noticeable. I'm gonna leave mine at 128. Depending on what you're editing, it might be different. When we come here, we see it pops up, and then we're gonna reset it. We're gonna put this back to 100 just so it comes back down. So now we get that cool pop-up feel. So if I just bring this together, we see that it pops up. So we're gonna want to exaggerate it and make it come really high. So if I come back on my midpoint and I bring it from 128 to, I'm probably gonna leave this probably like at 170, 175. So now that we have that, we really get that nice pop-up. So now we're gonna do our rotation. So pretty much, we're probably gonna want our rotation to start right here. So we're gonna have our rotation start right here, and then we're gonna bring our keyframe over. So now it's gonna start after this keyframe, and then we're just gonna rotate this for a full flip over. So now we get that cool flip. So let's check that out. Ooh, that was pretty cool. So now we got that flip looking clean. I would want it to be smooth, and if you have the plugin Flow, you can also use that. It's a really great plugin to use. So if I put that here, so if I want to mess with my rotation, I can mess with my rotation here. I like that for it. That for it is nice with Expo. If you want to make your effect look real good, so what we're gonna do now is add the sparks to it. You can find great spark kits on Footage Crate. That's the best place you can get your effects. You can also find some on YouTube. Here's my downloaded clip here. I'm gonna add my overlay on top of this here, and as you can see, video is pretty small, but I'm gonna size it up to the frame size. I'm going to keyframe a little bit outside of this so I can erase the free asset at the top here. So we got that out the way. Most people might not see it, but if you come over here, this might not appear our blending mode area. So to toggle that, you're gonna wanna hit toggle switches mode if it looks like this, and then we just click that, and then we have everything right there. So we're gonna go to screen, and as you can see now, you can see the effect is taking place. So what we're gonna do here is Control Shift D to split. So now we're gonna split that. We got another spark here. Probably gonna use like 4 sparks max. As you can see, we have our flip here. So very similar to the music video for sure. So we're gonna push this over. So we want the shooting to start right when it starts spinning. So we'll have this probably here. Have the next shot come out, have it over here, and then we'll have this shot come out this way. So let's bring it this way. Let's bring this way. I'll probably make this one bigger. So now as you can see, ooh, looking gracious. That's looking dope so far. So now what we're finna do is add some brightness and contrast. We're gonna come over here and have that come up. So now when we get our first shot, we're gonna bring our brightness up. So what we're gonna do is keyframe the brightness. So we're gonna keyframe that, and to open that, we're gonna come over to effects and then come to brightness and contrast. So we're gonna probably toggle this back because we want the brightness to start here. So what I'm gonna do is have it become bright now. So boom, and then we're gonna bring that back to 0 here. Ooh, yes, bam. So we have that. So far, yes, beautiful. And now, woo, looking crispy. So obviously it kind of does look off, but you can also get away with it because of how quick the scene is and how it's going. But also depends on how you shot the chain and also how quick you want the scene to last. So that's the Von Off 1700 chain jump effect. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Definitely leave a comment on tutorials you'd like to see me do. That's pretty much it on the Lyrical Lemonade music video. You guys can add this to your edits. Definitely go get you some shake sauce if you want to add some shake sauce to your effect. If you go buy shake sauce now, you can use my coupon code WickFlicks, 5% off of anything you purchase. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, really appreciate it, and WickFlicks out.